Hello viewers, it's me again. Thanks again for being part of this programming. This is Mindset Education and Human Engineering program. My name is Alex, but most know human engineer, and we talked about what a human engineer is, what human engineers are, and we talked about mindset. As far as this program is for mindset education and human engineering is concerned, and I think this is the third time we are sitting, and we now want to keep on moving a step further from what is mindset. If you haven't known about what mindset is, kindly find those videos, my first videos which were talking about mindset, the definition, and maybe the types, and maybe how mindsets were could be obtained, or how mindsets are formed. But now we wanted to go a little bit more on how our mindsets affect our daily lives, and we're going to get into details maybe a little bit further on the way. But today I wanted to focus on the role that our mindset plays in our daily lives. And before that, of course, it's going to take a little bit less time than we normally do. But before that, I have another small story about a farmer who had two seeds, and he planted those seeds in two thoughts, if I may say. And he said he went and got the first seed and planted, saying, "I am not sure if it will grow, but I will try." He put that seed in the soil. He got another seed and he says, "I am sure this will grow very well and it will be amazing." And he planted that seed in that same garden. And when they started growing, after some time, maybe a month, there was some difference in how those seeds grew. Then the gardener went to the wise man and asked, what was the difference between what could have happened to these two seeds? And the wise man was like, "You see, those two seeds were planted with two different mindsets. Like, those two seeds were planted with two different mindsets. The one which grew rapidly was planted with confidence and faith and hope. And the other one, which was almost stunted, was planted with doubt and uncertainty." And I want you to mark those examples that I give, and you see how they trade or how they go into our daily lives. If you wake up in the morning and like, I don't know how this day will be. Or if something happens which is good and you say, this is too good to be true, you may end up not being so good because you have just disregarded the whole essence of why something should be good. Now, those are two stories, and one is that one of the seed. The other story is of the wise man. It's again in ancient China, where there lived a wise man on top of the mountain, and he could have answers to almost every challenge that would happen to humanity. One day, two boys decided to go and trick that man. It's a long story, but to cut it short, so the two lads were like, we need to challenge this wise man. Who is he to say that he's the wisest of all men around? So one day they decided to climb the mountain and go find out how that man is wise. On their way, they went into, of course they passed through the valleys and hills and the stones. And on the way they met a bird. They killed a bird. They didn't kill the bird actually, they caught the bird. That bird, they tricked it and caught it live. And it was a sparrow, for your information. They caught a sparrow. Of course, they put some medicine in that disorganized it, and the bird fell down and they caught it, and it was unstable indeed. And they were like, let's go to this man and we trick him now that we have a bird. We need to go and find out if he can tell us the bird we have. If he tells us that we shall ask him They thought they could hide that band behind their back and ask the wise man what they have. If the wise man could say, you people, you have a band, they also had another question asking, but which type of bird was this? If the wise man would say, you have a sparrow, then they will have to bring their last weapon and say, which type, if we have a sparrow, is it a dead one or a live one? And on that, they decided if the wise man said that the bird was alive, they had a way, they decided somebody who had that bird should make it die, whichever way. They had to press it and make sure it doesn't freeze and it dies instantly. And then say, you say we have a live bird, but this is dead bird. Then they said if he says this is a dead bird, they would let the bird live and say, here it is the bird, and it is like that. So, and I'm aware you all know this story, you may have heard about it. I'm trying to cut it short, but the boy went to the mountain and went to that lab where the man used to live in the hut, and they reached and knocked on the door. Knock, knock. The wise man was like, who are these guys who come at this time of the hour? He opened the door, and here he was, white beard, big hair, and the wise man was like, what can I do for you, young man? The boys were like, we don't want to waste your time, old man. We just want you to tell us what we have in our hands. The wise man looked at them and critically analyzed that these guys were up to something, and he said, you have a bird. They looked at each other like, Then they said, we have another question, wise man. Which type of bird is it? He looked at their curious eyes and knew that these were up to something for real. He said, I think it's a sparrow. Wow, they again were surprised, and they said, how come this guy is too good to be true, like I just said. But now they had to pull the last weapon. They asked the wise man, indeed you are a wise man. You said we have a bird, yes we have a bird. You said it's a sparrow, yes it will be a sparrow. But we want to find out from you, is this bird that we have dead or alive? The wise man looked at them and he knew that these guys were really up to something, like I told you. And he read their mindset. Of course you could tell, now that we talk about mindsets, you could tell that these guys were not up to something good. So, being a wise man, he says, there you have it, with you in your hands, young people. He said, there you have it. Let it be as you will. You can imagine, and the boys were like, they were sort of what to do now, because they were waiting for him to say, dead, they kill it. They don't kill it. They say, they're waiting for him to say it's alive, they strangle it. But the wise man was like, there you have it, do it as you will, or be it as you will. Indeed he was a white man and he had read their mindset. But in the story we can learn that the way we take our lives to be, the way we think affects the response or the answers we get. So, but those are the stories I wanted to bring. Pick the lesson you can pick that can help you. But the first story shows that we are responsible for what we think, for what we believe, how we put our attitudes in our day-to-day lives. And the second one tells us that we are our sole responsibility is to take charge of our mindset. If you are above 18 or 18 and above, you're supposed to be responsible for what goes into your mind and know how it will affect you. Now, just a little bit of how our mindsets affect our daily lives, and this will be on a shorter go now. The next time I come, I'll be describing how each of our beliefs, of our values, of our thoughts, of our behavior affect the section, and we call them sections. But you know that our mindsets play a significant role in our daily lives. And in here, we are going to see on how mindsets shape our perspectives. I'll not go into that, but that will be the next episode that we come here to learn. But we go one by one. It shapes our perspectives to see if we focus on solutions or problems. The mindset also is able to influence our emotions. Our emotions on if of course that will be able to tell us if we have setbacks or if we are facing traumatic situations, how do we react? And there we'll be seeing on how negative mindsets or fixed mindsets play a part, or positive mindsets or growth mindsets that we say play a part in those things. We're also going to see how our mindsets affect or have an impact on our relationships. If you could note all those down, our perspective, our emotions, our relationships, how our mindsets affect our productivity. The productivity and motivation is all about how we think, what we believe, what we value, our outputs are. We're also going to see how our mindsets affect our physical beings, our physical and healthy being. We can also go to look further into how our mindsets affect almost everything. We always say that our mindset is the engine that affects how we do things. It is the bedrock of how all things are made. So we are going to see how our mindsets also influence our decision making. If you have a fixed mindset, how do you do a decision? Or if a decision is made, would you tell that this was a growth mindset decision? Because it will be able to say this one can afford to take a risk, or this one fears, or this one can procrastinate. And then we will also see how our mindsets are able to influence our creativity and innovativeness. As we move forward, as we move from the streets, we will see how creative somebody is, and we say this is pure a negative mindset if they are not creative, of course. Then you have to go there and also investigate on how our mindsets affect our resilience. When you are resilient and you can be able to adapt to certain situations, you can able to tell the traits of a negative mindset as far as resilience is concerned, and the traits of a negative mindset or a positive mindset vis-a-vis the adaptability and the resilience. And lastly, we are going to see how our mindsets influence our well-being, let alone what most people say our success. Success in life has been defined by many in different means. But whichever level you want to say that this is your success, we will trace and see how your mindset, your values, your beliefs, your thoughts, your behavior has affected that. And that will be next time, because we need to take this programming education slowly but surely, and surely we shall reach there. And if I may leave you with one nugget that was put forth by Henry Ford about mindset. He said that whatever you think, or if you think that you can, or if you think that you can't, you are right. And I think that correlates with our first story, which the farmer, the gardener used it when they were planting their seed, when he said that, I don't think it will grow, but let me try. And the thing got stunted. And then the other mindset that he had when he said that, I know this will grow and it will be amazing, and the thing flourished with confidence and hope that he put into those things, and doubt and the understanding that he put into that seed. There he was right at that. And for that matter, allow me to leave you with that. As we meet next episode, each Tuesday we do record. But I can't thank you much for being part. I like your comment. Go to the YouTube channel, Master Education and Human Engineering. Like, subscribe, comment. Tell me where I could have added. You know, we are here to learn from each other. As iron sharpens iron, we hope that we can put a brick and sharpen each other as we develop humanity. And we have more human engineers people that are here to shape, design, innovate, and be creative on how a human being should live and live happily or successfully at that. Thank you very much for that time of yours. See you anytime soon. Bye.